Rather than just... Rather than chat, why don't I just... Yeah, I don't... It was... It went through the Devolver logo in the beginning. And it stuttered through the like, logo. Okay, well that's good to know, I guess. Such a tiny slider. Or it's such a huge slider, such a tiny number. Okay. Guess let's turn off view bombing. View bombing doesn't not bother me, but I know it bothers people, so maybe we will try to make people as little sick as possible. This I would like to keep on, but it's nice to know we can turn it off. Oh man, this is gonna screw with me because I know if Beanie comes, he's gonna have a hard time. Let's do third person. And if I start from the get-go, I might have less of a hard time adjusting to that, so we'll just start with it from the get-go. Sorry, I probably should have let the countdown timer run out, but I wanted to fuck with it anyway. And I feel like part of the gameplay experience is seeing what the settings are, yeah? I don't know. Whatever. I am excited to play this. And thank you again, Krunk, wherever you are, for gifting it to me. I really appreciate it. I was gonna play it anyway. Now I'm just playing it a little faster. Hopefully I have a brain for puzzles today. I know I don't usually stream on Fridays, but I mean, I figured I skipped yesterday, so, and I have today and tomorrow and the next day off, mostly, sort of. I only have to go in a little bit tomorrow, so, you know, whatever. Hopefully the beginning, at least, won't be too overwhelmingly hard. Hey, Beanie! I did just enable third-person view, so we should be okay. Maybe, hopefully. I hope we're okay. A prophet hath no honor in his own country. I've always felt that a human being could only be saved by another human being. Initializing firmware. Firmware functional. Loading autonomous program parameters. Version 1.08 loaded. System check. Passed. Initializing memory banks. Starting automatic process. Ready. It's too easy? Oh boy. Well, I guess that's good for my purposes, because I feel like, though I don't want to admit it... Oof. That's some... Wow, that looks so bad. What is that? Desync. Thank you. I can't see, apparently. What was I gonna say?
Behold, child, you are risen from the dust, and you walk in my garden. Hear now my voice, and know that I am your friend, and I am called Elohim.
Okay, all those edges and shadows look really bad, so maybe we can push it up a little bit more. I have, you know, an okay computer here. Oh, it looks better. I'm gonna increase the field of view. God damn it. Alright. So, yeah, I don't know. I loved the first one, and I thought the puzzles were... I don't know, maybe... I felt that they were appropriately challenging, although appropriately challenging, some of them I definitely got help for. I know, right, Beanie? Hey, that's good, though, because then you get to experience it twice. It's like 2 for 1. It's like bonus video game. I don't know. I do have to say, for the record, on the record, that I didn't want this. Like, not like I didn't want the game once it came out. I'm saying I didn't want a sequel, because it just felt like such an impactful first, you know, first one that I felt like we didn't need to follow it up. But now that it's here, I'm gonna check it out. I loved the first one. They were, oh great, oh good. All right, well when we get to some, hopefully it'll be a stream or two before we get to the what the fuck puzzles. Okay, I can jump. We do not bend our knees at all. We just exist in the air. Can I squat? Oh, I can zoom in. Seems like it. All right. Oh! Well, damn. Really can sprint. I cannot sprint towards myself. I don't like how detailed our face looks. Am I waterproof? Yes. I just absolutely loved the melancholy nature, the melancholy vibe of the environments in the first one. And honestly, that's really why I'm kind of craving it now. That's why I'd like to play this now. I want that melancholy, you know? And we've got our material emancipation grid. So truly, the first one taught me probably one of the most valuable problem-solving lessons of my life, which is to identify your assumptions. I feel like... Excuse me? Oh. Oh no. They just... Oh, so we're not going to be able to cheat with these this time. We are not going to be able to break the game because they left collision on the pieces. Wow, fuck you. Fuck you. Very rude. I want to brute force my way through these puzzles by jumping on the fucking jammers, and the fact that I can't do that is frankly a sin. Oh my god. Bad game, 0 out of 10. Where are you, Crunk? I want to file a complaint. Was that like a visual glitch? It made a noise, so I'm assuming it was a glitch with the program that we're in, right? Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, I do remember this. It, like, clicks you to things, which is good. If you're going to make the puzzles solvable only using set parameters, then it is kind of nice to have things snapped to those parameters, you know? Oh, I keep not seeing what it was presumably these program glitches with the program that we're existing in. Okay, so I think the wrap-up of Talos Principle 1 was we were puzzle solving for God after all the humans are dead. And we, like, flipped a giant bird to God and then got uploaded into a robot body, and the robot body was let out into the real world. So frankly, actually, I don't know if we are in the real world, or if this is still that computer program. It certainly feels, I think some of the areas were...
is but a dream.
Oh, okay, well, there's our answer.
You will stay here only for a little while. Soon, you will awaken in a new world. But first, you must undertake the trials of initiation. They will help me prepare your vessel.
I'm sure I've forgotten the details. I would like to go through it again. Man, that was such a good game. I really need to stop drinking coffee. I've had like low-key heartburn for like 4 days. Oh, I wonder why I have heartburn all the time. Oh, maybe it's because I just keep drinking the coffee. Do I need to get out my phone?
Do not be afraid of
thank
these
God.
dream figures and their messages. They are merely aspects of yourself, as am I, after a fashion.
I must forge the tools by which humanity will rebuild itself and transform the world into the Eden that it never was. Is there a reason for me to actually, like, QR code these? Hey, Proto. No worries. Oh, nope, it is exactly what it says. Awesome, great. Exactly what it says on the tin. It is definitely not the acid bean juice. I ordered Chinese food today. A ranger?
You may linger in my garden for as long as you wish. But remember, my child, that the new world awaits you, and this place is only a dream.
Okay. Yeah, I ordered Chinese food today because I just couldn't, like, it got to be like 3 o'clock, and I'm like, what can I eat? I don't know. Okay, but what can I eat? I don't know. Okay, but can I eat something? I don't know. Let's just order. Let's just order out. Let's just make this easy on ourselves. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm gonna take a long time in this because I just love environments. In games where the environments matter? I don't know. I don't know what I mean. Oh, really? Okay. Yay! I'm so smart! I'm so smart.
My child.
I know. Did so good. Can I take this past the... No. Material emancipation grid? No. What are you talking about? Those are master level puzzles. I'm so smart. Baby puzzles. What do you think this is? Kirby? Baby game for babies.
Shapes you are collecting are not mere toys. They are symbols of the process by which our people were created.
Process. Oh god. Nope, I lost the thought. It's gone. Yay! I also thought one of the really great strengths of the last one was that it didn't really give you any tantalizing... It held off so long. It edged you so hard. With all those tantalizing secrets. It took so long before it started showing you things, you know? Oh, I can jump off this. Sure, yeah, I can jump off air. That's fine.
Very good.
Yay. Thanks, Daddy. I'm sorry. world is full of limitless beauty, and I wish to see as much of it as I can. What can I say? It's the heartburn. It's the acid reflux. What did this do? Ow. I don't know what you're talking about. I am in the Garden of Eden. I have no thoughts or fears or worries. My life is paradise. I'm sure it will remain like this forever. I'd like to think that there's somebody just kind of lurking behind me with a Sharpie. What is Talos Principle? I forgot what they said. I forgot I feel like they said at some point in the first game what they defined to be the Talos Principle, or what. I don't remember. Oh, well, do you mean what is Talos Principle as in what is this game? Or do you mean literally specifically what do they define as to be the Talos Principle? I don't, because the answer to the second one I don't remember. The answer to the first one is it's a puzzle game. Ha! Fine. This go? Am I stumped already? Oh. Oh no, I can't get the fan. This also doesn't jam the fan, never mind. Ah, that makes sense. I feel like I'm missing a piece of equipment, but that, of course, is how you feel during most of the game. Oh, you know why? Because I was reading it as blue. So that's what they wanted to teach us, that the blue and the purple are different. I was like, this isn't the same field, this is the blue field. Nope, this is the purple field. I wish those were different colors. Thank you, because I didn't register that. You've done that? I mean, I think that's a valid criticism. I really do. They're too close together. They should be. I don't know. I mean, I understand that that's. Well, okay. I'm sure that that is the intention, is that they are close together, and if you're going too quickly, and if you're not slowing down, and if you're not identifying your assumptions, you're going to mistake that. But. That I need these to come here. How do I turn off the... Oh, okay. I was gonna say, how the fuck do I turn off this fan? There we go.
Excellent.
I don't remember. I feel like it was a really long time in the first one between when we started and when Elohim started talking to us, like, out loud, right? Hey, Pugs. I did make it. Ah, you're not gonna let me cheat, huh? Okay. Alright. Did he? But then did he talk to us? I feel like then it was a while. I don't know. I kind of not always meant to, but sort of intended to replay the first one, or at least reacquaint myself with the first one before I went on to this, but it was such a long game that I don't know that I'd ever have the time. Okay. Interesting. Alright, so we have to... Oh. Just trying to remember... Trying to remember the mechanics. Great. Oh, I definitely think it's worth a replay, absolutely. Just... I need a slightly longer vacation. Hey, Samply. Alright, so we can open this gate now. More sigils? Who do you think I am? They're extremely unprincipled, Sitha. They're frankly out of control.
I am proud of all my children. Out of a world of ruins, they have built a new Jerusalem. And there your brothers and sisters await you to celebrate your birth. I don't like how that works on the controller. Or maybe I'm a moron. I guess I don't remember how they worked in the first one. Really? Oh, I can move the... okay. Deselect all.
Well, okay. Alright. I'm a little stupid, but I got it eventually. Hey, for an app. Yeah, it's relatively new. This hasn't been out for very long. And generally speaking, I don't play games until, like, several years after they've stopped being exciting, so we're really on the bleeding edge as far as the Alidus community is concerned. Oh no, I don't mean the puzzle, I mean the mechanics of the controller controls for the laser. I know I'm stupid about the puzzles, that's fine, I'm not concerned. Okay, we can do two things at once. Three things at once? Huh. I wonder what the limit on that is. That seems crazy. Oh, well, welcome. Thank you so much for the follow. Sorry, I didn't have my correct screen up. Where is my screen here? Oh, there it is. Welcome to the Ministry of Silly Walkthroughs. Yeah, I also loved the first one. Where am I? Okay, so that's probably what we did first, and this is probably what we're doing over here. Destructive interference. Okay, so I want to try this just to see what happens. Oops. Nothing. Great. Okay, I can see that keeping the connections kind of rocks. No? Oh, I was so bad at the record. I hated that mechanic. I'm very not looking forward to doing that ever again. I feel like most of the ones that I did with record were I just solved accidentally. Like this one also, this is not... My brain hates these. The only way I can see this is by moving it physically. Like I can't see and plan this ahead of time. I can only adjust it. How do I get those to stop crossing? It's gotta be here. I don't even remember instant death mines. Oh man. Oh, this opened? Great. Just kidding. I was trying to solve this in one fewer steps than they were making me try to solve this. Okay, that's fine. There we go. Oh. So smart. Okay. Yoink. I still love the music. For some reason, the atmosphere doesn't seem quite so lonely. Maybe because we started off a little bit more recognizable? I don't know. I really should have played the first one again, or at least dipped into it so that I could have better observations, as opposed to, I have a feeling that I don't remember the source of. Ooh, better music? Nice. Okay. Man, I burnt the roof of my mouth on pizza the other day, and it is... am unhappy. Can I break out yet? Thank you. Oh, come on! There we go. That's a better. Yes, please lay on me the mechanic observations. Please do not that you were going to do that, but please, anyone who is here, do not give me the answer or even a hint to the answer, even if it is super obvious to you and you are dying to do so, unless I ask for it. But I do not mind mechanics observations if I have misunderstood how the mechanics of something works. Will be hollow if it cannot connect. Oh, okay. I am kind of excited / scared for introducing new mechanics because it felt like, I think the record mechanic was the one that I hated and it was kind of a late game thing, so making it harder makes me sad. You can tell me wrong answers, but only if they're very funny. These ones are my favorite. Going over top of something. Love that.
Thank you, child.
What?
I have finished preparing your vessel. Now hear my advice. A new world awaits you, full of dangers and mysteries, signs and wonders. Things that I in my garden could never have imagined. In that world, you will have to be careful and smart and curious.
Well, I'm fucked.
But above all else, you will have to be human.
Sad I haven't been able to get out of here yet. I know it is only the tutorial area, and it wouldn't thematically make sense to be able to break out of the bounds. And I am not a speedrunner. Hey, Ron. So good at Tetris.
Step into the light, child, and awaken.
I mean, I guess I liked them until we got to the point where everything was so hard and my brain was so toasted that I just couldn't fucking solve them. And then I felt that, I think, really made me feel like an idiot. Have I ever tried to beat a game as fast as I could? I have definitely tried to do it with Spyro, yes. And I think my record was like 5 hours, and then I looked at the actual speed run, and it was like 1 hour 15, and I was like, no.
Ah, you're awake.
Oh god.
Welcome to the world of the living.
I want a blue chassis. I'm alive! I don't think I'm alive. I think I am a robot. What's up? What's going on?
That's not an easy question to answer.
Oh, I thought his name was Keith.
But the first step is this. You've been born.
Yeah!
Your body was completed.
Okay.
You were booted up.
Shit.
And now you're here.
Great.
And rather confused. Don't worry. Everyone is confused at first. You see, we all start out without a full knowledge of our own history. So we have the freedom to form our own opinions.
I'm gonna call them Keith. I could really use some pointers. I misread that as pronouns. I was thinking about Keith.
Of course. You want the short version or the long version?
Oh boy. I want to know everything in excruciating amounts of detail.
All right, you asked for it. A long time ago, our ancestors dominated this planet. We call ourselves human, like they did, but they were organic.
Gross.
They built an advanced technological civilization. But unfortunately, their impact on the ecosphere caused changes in the climate.
What? That's
And
like
an extremely contagious virus was released from the permafrost.
These aren't funny anymore. The like pandemic timelines are not funny anymore. It's a little different. We are getting weird. Are we getting like weird video glitches? Because I keep seeing them in OBS. And it seemed like my video capture was doing something weird before I started the stream, and then I like rebooted the capture, but like, did you see that? Did that just happen? It's not on the game, so I'm afraid that it's my capture card. So I guess if it gets really bad, let me know. If it continues to be tolerable, I apologize. Didn't they have advanced medicine too?
That's something our historians still debate. Why weren't they more prepared? Why did they invest so many resources into making war and so few into useful research?
Yeah, this just hits
It's
different.
hard to understand.
Just
But no matter the reason, in the end, they simply ran out of time.
okay. Well, that hurts me a little. I think I need to run to grab my water. Why is Steam giving me notifications? Fuck you, Steam. Hang on 1 second. I would have thought that, well, I think that there were a couple like computer type glitches in the first area in the very beginning, but that I don't think were my capture card, but these have been my capture card. And it was like those were black. The ones that we're having seem to be green. So where did we come from then?
A team led by a scientist, Alexandra Drennan, began a project that was intended to create a new humanity. But knowing that there wasn't enough time, Drennan initiated a process, a series of iterations inside a simulation that would lead to the emergence of true artificial intelligence. That's why we remember Drennan as the progenitor. The simulation was controlled by Elohim, who wasn't really meant to be intelligent in the proper sense of the word.
Big old dumbass.
But it all took much longer than anyone had expected. And over the centuries, Elohim actually became sentient. Sentient and afraid. He didn't want the simulation to end, so he tried to cheat. I feel sorry for him, really. The whole simulation was built around learning to defy him. It must have been hard to be in that position.
He didn't seem that bad.
When the simulation was completed, he became part of all of us, and it really changed him. It freed him, I think. You'll always hear him in sleep mode, taking care of you. That's what he is, after all. A caretaker.
Was there anyone else in the simulation?
Yes, there was Milton, the intelligence in charge of the archive, a project initiated by Arkady Chernyshevsky, which was meant to collect all of humankind's knowledge. His story is a lot like Elohim's, but Milton became the ultimate cynic. They say he's part of us too, in some way.
And the simulation created us?
It did. Long after our ancestors died out, the first new human was born. We call her the Founder, although the name she took was Athena. She then woke up Cornelius and Eustathius. Together, using the tools left behind by the progenitors team, they created 10 more humans. These 12 who followed the Founder are known as the First Companions. Athena and the First Companions then set out to rebuild the world, and they founded the city of New Jerusalem. But then one day, she suddenly disappeared. Many still await her return.
What the fuck does this have to do with me?
Before the Founder vanished, she set a goal for this city. We call it the Goal, capital G and all. To make 1,000 new humans, and so complete New Jerusalem. Well, that's the official story.
Fuck.
The way the mayor tells it.
So what's the unofficial story?
Some of the First Companions, like Byron, don't
Really?
believe that Athena really wanted us to stop growing. They think her ideas have been twisted and embellished.
Byron, does he have a weird foot and fucks everything that moves? What do you think?
They may be right, but I didn't see Athena very much in the years before she left. Maybe actually leaving the simulation and seeing the destruction left behind by our ancestors changed her mind.
Thank you, that was pretty exhaustive. That's rude.
You're welcome. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask them. When you're done, head outside. They're waiting for you. Your birth is quite the event.
Tell me about yourself.
Me? Well, as you can tell by my number, I'm quite old. I wasn't one of the First Companions, but I did know Athena personally. She and Cornelius taught me a lot. Although I suppose I've made a few improvements here and there since those days. We didn't have a lot to work with in the beginning.
Will there be more new humans after me?
You've only just been born, and already you step right into a major controversy. The goal, as most people understand it, was fulfilled the moment you were born. Now New Jerusalem is complete, and we can live in balance, without damaging the world like our ancestors did. That's the orthodox view, I suppose, but there are many who disagree. You'll have to figure out where you stand for yourself.
What will you do now that your job is obsolete? We're not very polite.
I haven't really thought about it. This is all I've done for the last few centuries, and I like doing it. I guess for now I'll just take a break and we'll see what happens.
Hang on, am I immortal?
You won't age like our ancestors did, but of course, there is always some wear and tear. You should probably schedule a checkup every decade or so. Oh, and be a bit careful with water. You won't die if it rains or anything, but we're running low on insulation material. I wouldn't go swimming if I were you.
Okay.
Oh, one more thing. Like all citizens of New Jerusalem, you have access to the interface, which you can use to read the news, chat to your fellow citizens, and so on.
Next door?
It's a crucial tool, and modular too. You can easily add new functions. Just don't subscribe to too many newsletters at once.
Welcome to New Jerusalem social media. Please familiarize yourself with the rules. 1. Treat everyone with respect, regardless of their number. 2. Don't take the founder's name in vain. 3. Respect the principles of the goal. 4. The Our Frogs People discussion is now banned. 5. Inactive threads will be archived. 6. If you have any issues, please ping the moderators, Jeremy, Nyam, and Aronax. Our Frogs People? Dear citizen Hermanubis? Dear citizens of New Jerusalem, your hard work and faith in the Founder's vision has finally paid off. At long last, the goal established so long ago will finally be reached. The 1,000th member of our family will be born, and our beautiful city will finally be complete. Jeremy, as space at the dam is limited, tickets will be made available via a lottery system. The celebration will also be streamed. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Oh, this is everything that I've talked to Neith about. That's cool. How do I scroll back? Ah, there we go. Oh, this is just like the welcome page. Okay. Guess I can't talk to you anymore. How do I get a cool color? I'm so boring. Customization. Are we underwater? Looks like a big ass MRI machine. Probably not good. Institute for Applied Pneumatics. That's not good. Guys, you should fix this. Neve, thank you. Thank you. I am so bad at pronouncing Irish names.
Look, it's 1K.
1K.
Hey, 1K!
Oh my god.
Welcome to New Jerusalem!
Oh my god, I hate all of you. All of you go to
Shouldn't
hell.
the mayor be starting his speech?
This should be interesting. At least give him a chance.
Dear
Why do we need
citizens
off-board
of New
megaphones?
Jerusalem, many years ago, when the founder stepped forth from the simulation, this was a land of ruins. Our ancestors, in their hubris, undermined the natural foundations on which their world had been built. Because of their arrogance, our species found itself on the brink of annihilation. The founder aimed to set us on a new course.
You never even met the founder.
Her vision was of a city, a new civilization that would know its limits. It would not repeat the mistakes of the past, nor impose its will on this earth. To that end, she set the great goal we have been striving towards. 1,000 new humans. And today we have... Oh dear, what's that?
I know I walked into this being critical, but
People of New Jerusalem, I am Prometheus, and I will reveal that which was hidden. The flame has awoken and summons you. Who is brave enough to answer its call? We await you upon our island where... Curse you, Pandora. You will not chain me again.
I told you we should have investigated those energy readings. And I told him there's something up with those structures.
The mayor's just being cautious.
This isn't caution, it's stagnation. Exploration? Too dangerous. Expansion? Too dangerous. We barely even scavenge anymore.
You call it stagnation, I call it balance.
And I call you an idiot.
Here's a thought. Try to be a little more diplomatic when you talk to the mayor.
See what I'm working with here, 1K? I'm gonna need a fresh pair of eyes on this expedition. Someone who hasn't spent several centuries hearing about the goal and the founder and all that nonsense.
Hey, Kronk!
If you're up for an adventure, meet us at the conference room.
God, I know I just got up to get my water, but I might have to get up and see if I have any antacids. Sorry. Well, this looks really cool. This is the problem that horror games have, too. Once you show your hand, once you show the thing behind the curtain, it's so much less interesting. So... I'm just gonna shut up and play the game. I am... still very excited. Okay, I have to attend a briefing. What fucking kind of utopia is this? Also, how is that going down the stairs? Oh my god. Alright, I need to find some antacids. I'm gonna actually go on BRB. I'm sorry, everybody. Kidding, I don't have any. Wait, Sitho's streaming? What the fuck? Very rude to do that while I'm here. And unavailable for harassment. Be constant. Remember the goal. Perfection is unchanging. Like, the first thing that they gave me was social media. Like, come on. Come on. Be humble. Recognize the limits. We are not above nature. Ah!
What's broken now?
I don't know. I was just born.
All right, listen up. I know you're all having fun down there. But the grid is overloaded again, so maybe you could switch off your personal consoles or your lawn mowers, or whatever the hell you've all decided to switch on all at once. I might not be around to babysit you for a while, and you don't want stuff breaking while Pellegrino's in charge, do you? That's it. That's it. Don't worry, 1K. I see you there in the elevator. I'll have you moving again in a jiffy. Great way to start life in the city, huh? What the hell is a jiffy? These bloody language libraries.
Seriously, what the founder was that thing in the sky? We all saw that, right? I didn't accidentally turn on sleep mode while Herman was talking, did I? I mean, it's always tempting. Letitia. No, we all saw it. Zagaran. Zagoran? Can confirm. Ovis. I believe it was a sign from the Founder. What else could it be on this day of all days? Zagaran. Pretty incoherent for a sign. Didn't even finish whatever it was trying to say. What does the Founder have? What? Does the Founder have energy insufficiency problems too? Thekla? Thekla? The Founder works in mysterious ways. I don't think it was a sign. Out of the mouths of babes. How could such a remarkable display of unimagined powers not be a sign? Well, it's something, but not necessarily the Founder. Sounds reasonable enough to me. Something weird is going on for sure, but what? We'll have to see. Riddles and puzzles are the foundation of our journeys. So it begins. Perhaps so it will continue. Really sad that I can't interact with that, but okay. Or maybe, oop, oh god.
Hey,
Oh god.
hold on there. You're the newbie, aren't ya? Number 1000. I figured the dam would go dry before we reached the goal. I have a question. How does it feel to you to be born with a randomized psyche into a society of autonomous thinking machines which so much resemble their long-extinct ancestors, they've decided it's best that you're the last one ever made?
I like how it is number 666, and its name is Doge. It makes me feel. Hungry.
No, it doesn't. You don't eat.
No, really, I want to smoosh organic material into my face right now.
It's kind of frowned on to say that sort of thing around here. But the truth is, I think exactly the same. But let's you and I keep that between us, alright? Now listen. This meeting isn't strictly happenstance. I have some friends. The kind of people who like to know what's going on with other people. They think you can help each other out.
I'm curious to meet those people.
Of course you are. You know how to use the interface, right? I'll talk to my friends and see if I can't play matchmaker. And before you go, a word of advice. Not everything around here is how it appears.
That'd be crazy if it was. Seems like the same hill.
Welcome. Do please join us at the table.
I like how they've just thrust me into life.
I would like to preface this meeting by saying I told you something would happen sooner or later, and you didn't listen to me. And here we are.
If we could focus on the issue at hand.
The issue at hand is not this one thing, but this entire attitude that's taken hold. The world doesn't cease to exist when you stick your head in the sand, Herman. Or under a dome, as it were.
Let's not get sidetracked. We're here to solve this puzzle, not to discuss philosophy.
I am baby, so I can be baby, right? Can anyone fill me in?
Of course. I'm sorry you've been dragged into this. I'm sure this sort of adventure is the last thing you were looking for on your first day.
I am ready to rock. I think this is fascinating.
Ha! See? A fresh mind is open to the possibilities. Yakut, I think it's time for the briefing.
All right, here we go. Nice to meet you, by the way, 1K.
Can I have a name?
First became aware of the site designated TTP-2
Nobody's
during a
gonna
scouting
bother
expedition
giving me
about 6 months ago. It's a large island with a remarkably varied geography, and it looks like there are several artificial structures of some kind. We recorded extremely unusual fluctuating energy readings from somewhere in the middle of the island, but couldn't really make sense of them. I wanted to go and have a closer look, but the decision was made that it was too far and not relevant to the goal. Now it looks like whatever's on that island has reached out to us instead, in the form of that projection.
We may not be interested in the island, but the island is definitely interested in us.
You know, I was going to say that or allow me to give myself a name, but then they started talking. So, Tiberius Thundercock, thank you. Thank you, Tiberius, thank you. Sounds like a mystery worth investigating.
I don't share your enthusiasm for the unexpected, but Byron has been requesting an expedition for some time now, and at this point I'm forced to agree that it's necessary.
I agree.
Then it's settled. The expedition is approved. Byron, you will be in charge. Al will be your second in command to ensure a balanced approach. You'll take Melville and Yakut as you requested, and if 1K wants to join you, that's fine by me.
Hang on. I'm in.
Excellent. Oh, this is going to be fun. Come meet us out on the landing pad when you're ready.
Before you set out so hastily, do consider exploring the city first. It is your home, after all.
That's a good idea. Have a look around. See what you make of the place.
What can I do for you, 1K?
How did you decide to become involved in politics?
It was a time of great uncertainty. The founder had left us, and our society was at a crossroads. History teaches us that during such times, terrible passions may seize the people. Madness, anger, revolution, civil war. Our fragile city could not afford such things. That is why the founder gave us the goal, a path to equilibrium, not only for the planet, but for ourselves. I merely picked up where she left off.
How do you feel about Byron?
He is one of the first companions, and as such has done more for our city than you or I ever will. I simply wish he could be more reasonable.
I think many people felt that about Byron. What's your vision of the future?
I believe we can exist quietly, happily, without imposing ourselves on this world, finding meaning within ourselves and in the natural miracles that surround us. It's always a pleasure to speak to a citizen.
I guess I'm not invested in the conflict yet. Like, I don't think I guess I'm used to struggling with the concept of immortality as opposed to... I don't want to say as opposed to population control, but... struggling with population control when also one of the things is immortality seems like a different ball game. Jeremy.
Hello, 1K. This expedition is taking a lot of our resources. I'm really not sure it's a good idea. But what's done is done. So I have a lot of work to get on with.
Who are you?
I'm the mayor's chief aide.
What do you do?
All the things no one else wants to do. Polling the citizenry, implementing new policies, recording decisions, fielding questions people could answer elsewhere.
Wow, fuck you. Alright, what do you make of recent events?
Our goal as custodians of New Jerusalem is survival and stability. Our ancestors proved human civilization is precarious. This apparition in the sky, and now your expedition to its supposed source, these are more precarious than stable. I don't like it.
What do you think of me?
You represent the completion of the goal. I'm proud of what we've achieved, and the restraint we show in not pushing ourselves further.
What do you want?
For our people to be happy with what we have. Some of us may have an adventurous spirit, but that can never be sated. What matters to me is having my loved ones around me, safe and secure.
I'm confused. Are we conflating being adventurous with making more of us? Am I giving too much weight on making more people? Am I assuming that that really is the underlying question here? When really it's adventure versus stability? Binary? In a robot game? Sounds crazy. I don't know how to explore New Jerusalem. Where is it? Is this New Jerusalem?
So, what's the verdict? Are we going?
Sure.
I guess Byron was pretty convincing.
Kind of beat up, aren't you?
Well, we'll see. I just wonder how much of the city is going to fall apart while I'm gone. Actually, we haven't been formally introduced. I'm Melville, New Jerusalem's only decent engineer. Saved you from the elevator.
Did I? Damn it. I didn't assume it would be back the way I came. Nice to meet you. People call me 1K, and I hate it.
Pleasure. Now let's get this show on the road.
Shit.
You ready to go?
No, I'm not. Zoomies! I'm so fast! Pew, 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 pew. Yeah, I don't like that you had to go all the way back here for this. That was not intuitive.
Attention all citizens.
Oof, this looks
Due
something.
to the new power management and distribution plan, there will be scheduled outages on Jameson Avenue and Rakovsky Plaza. The Gehenna Memorial Pavilion will remain closed for the time being. Thank you, and may the Founder be with you.
Oh no, why does this feel like Mass Effect? Am I gonna be able to meet each 1,000, each 999 robot?
Hello, 1K. Welcome to New Jerusalem. I know you've just had a big moment with the apparition at the dam and all that, but can I have a second of your time?
How do they choose accents? Sure.
I'm collecting signatures to call for a public referendum on the city's energy crisis.
What's the problem?
Currently, the city runs on hydroelectric power from the dam, plus a handful of geriatric generators and some unreliable solar panels, none of which is enough to even cover our basic needs. And if anything fails, we'll be on the brink of extinction in a matter of days.
What do you propose?
We need to investigate new sources of reliable baseline power. We need to invest time and resources into functional, real-world solutions that serve human needs.
Like what? What does that mean? Because that's a lot of words that could mean that you've got like a baby grinder. And it's a real world solution, and you know, the negatives are pretty high, but you know, we have to be realistic about. Okay, why a referendum and not an election, I guess.
Oh, an election would be good too, but I believe that we need more direct democratic control over the affairs of the city.
Okay. You work at the dam?
No, I help run the public transit system, but I witness the impact of the city's power problems every day. We can't just wish them away.
What do you make of Prometheus?
Byron's been advocating exploring that island for some time, and obviously he's right. Something very strange is going on there, and it's gonna start affecting us.
Tell me more about Byron.
In all honesty, I think Byron is the smartest, most visionary person in this city. He's
Most
everything
perfectest special boy.
and I don't understand why he won't run for mayor.
I'll think about it.
Hey,
Okay.
Beep boop, does this unit have a soul?
Hey, Nightcast. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. No, I can't even go swimming. She told me not to. I'm playing for an hour and a half and I haven't died yet.
Hey, 1K.
Not my robot Nipnops. It's gonna be completely incomprehensible for YouTube. I feel like I should put the, I feel like I should put chat bubbles back on the screen. Although, to be fair, as I was searching through, old VODs to upload more of them, I got to Earthbound, and chat during some games was just awful. Filthy. No, you're better now, actually.
Founder bless you, 1K.
Oh, Lord.
How lovely of you to come here.
You're
To
welcome.
the very spot where she established the teachings that led to your creation.
What did the founder teach?
The founder taught that humanity was destroyed by its hubris. Our ancestors thought they could play God and treat this planet as something to dominate. They surrendered to a fever of growth and extraction until the planet finally punished them for it. That's why the founder created the goal. so we would have something to strive for in her absence, but also a limit we must never pass.
Why did the founder leave?
That's not for us to know. But I believe that one day she will return. It may not be long now. Perhaps after we finish the dome.
Are we all getting raptured?
It was supposed to be finished before completion day. Well, it doesn't matter. The founder will return when she sees fit.
Tell me more about the founder.
The founder was born out of the trials of Elohim, an almost impossible test created by our distant ancestors. To pass these trials, she had to embody the most important virtues. She was smart and wise and humble.
And pretty, and she
Through
smelled
her
good.
Perseverance, she resurrected humanity itself. With the help of the first companions, she founded this city, which has given our species a chance at redemption.
Who were the first companions?
They were the first to be born after the founder. 2 whose bodies had been anointed by our ancestors, and 10 who were made whole by the founder herself. They are the wisest of us. Though sadly, some were lost in the early days, before New Jerusalem was built. And some, I'm afraid, some seem to have rejected the founder's teachings.
It seems almost like the flickering is getting worse. Maybe I'm just noticing it more and I hate it. Okay.
Happy completion day, 1K.
I want to unlock colors so that I can upgrade my chassis.
Founder bless you.
This is... We haven't had a game that has taxed my system in a hot second. And I've been, you know, spoiled.
Happy completion day, 1K.
Excuse me? I mean, I want to commit to following the cat, but actually listening to the cat make these noises is horrible and I hate it. Oh my god, stop. That one's not so fucking angry. Okay. Alright.
Hello, 1K. Nice to meet you. What brings you to Milton's Rest?
I was born here. I seem to inherently like cats.
It's funny how common that trait is. At first, I thought it might have been an error in the simulation, but it looks like it was the same for our ancestors. Can you believe that there used to be hundreds of millions of cats on the planet? And people used to make videos of them and share them with the rest of humanity? Must have been incredible. I wonder if they appreciated how good they had it.
Tell me about cats.
They're incredibly odd creatures.
I see. That is very cute.
No two are alike. They have strange habits. They do unexpected things. They have zero respect for anyone. They're the weirdos of the animal kingdom, basically.
Weirdos.
And despite that, or
Maybe because of it, they end up running your life. I once didn't use my recharging station for almost 15 years because one of my cats liked to sleep in it.
That... What? What is your favorite cat fact?
I think the most amazing fact about cats is that they self-domesticated, which is another way of saying that they're not properly domesticated at all. They just showed up one day and decided to start living with our ancestors. Then, after our ancestors died, they went back to living in the wild, and when we showed up, they moved right back into our homes. Dogs, meanwhile, turned back into wolves. They needed to change to survive. Cats just are.
You have a cat now?
I do. Her name is Patricia. She's very beautiful and very specific in her preferences. She loves sunshine and sitting on people's heads. And she has a psychotic hatred of flies. I don't mean that she tries to catch them like a normal cat. I mean she is furious at the mere fact of their existence.
Okay, where am I?
Well, this is the spot where the founder buried her first cat, Milton. She found Milton just after she woke up, and he lived with her and the first companions for almost 20 years. They say she was heartbroken when he died and swore that one day she would find the means to extend the lifespans of biological organisms.
Is that possible?
Probably, but we haven't really tried. It's not really considered part of the goal, you know. So, unfortunately, our cats still die pretty quickly.
Hasn't it been like 1,000 years?
You fall in love with them, they become a part of your life, and then they're gone. That's why we built this place, to remember them.
Okay, I don't feel either of these things is... I don't think it seems cruel not to is the right answer here. Death is natural.
I agree, but it's not how things work around here.
Okay. The implication here being that all these cats are dead is really awful. Oh. Dipstick. I would pay a lot of money to get my cat in a game. Hey, Red Dead Monkey. Okay, this sucks. I hate this. Yeah, right? I think we deserve an achievement for that, frankly. Okay, I don't know where I came from. Probably there. Wish I had a map.
Hello, new one. Are you browsing or buying?
Why do we have currency in this, like, utopian world? Kind of, I don't see any stock. What kind of shop is this?
The kind that trades in hopes and dreams. Yours for the right price. Is there something your heart desires?
Big ol' hamburger.
I've uploaded my most popular items to your interface. Does anything there spark your imagination?
What? Do I have money? Credits?
Oh, you don't have any credits yet.
God damn it.
Well, let me extend you some credit. Ka-ching! 55 credits.
What?
Just make sure you spend them with me. They're not worth much anywhere else. Now, what was it you wanted? Whoa, inner peace doesn't come cheap. Come back when you've got 1,000 credits. So, something else perhaps. Whoa, inner peace doesn't
Nope,
come
I didn't.
cheap.
I tried to take.
Come back when you've got
Inner
1,000
monologue.
credits. So, something. That one comes with the following disclaimer. Internal monologue was discontinued as a default feature in new builds. Constant self-commentary is not recommended for all customers. But I can switch yours on for 10 credits if you're sure you want it.
Is it dev commentary? This feels like dev commentary.
So, something else perhaps.
Actually, I don't think I want any of this. This seems like hints, and this is probably... Yeah, actual question. Should I fuck with these, or are these like accessibility features? Okay.
That one comes with a... As you wish. I'm uploading the new settings now. Do you hear anything?
Why is she staring at me? I don't hear anything. I'm not sure this is working. Wait, no. This is new. I didn't used to think in words like this. It's like there's this little translator turning all my thoughts into some kind of ongoing narrative. It's kind of relentless. How do you make it stop? Do I just not think? I'll try that. Is it working? No! Still describing everything in words. This is starting to be...
A bit overwhelming, isn't it? I turned mine off long ago, but some of the older folk learned to live with it. Sure you want it? That's fortunate. Because we couldn't pull that thing out of you without taking half of you with it. It'll mostly run in the background. Just don't think about it too hard.
Wait, is this internal monologue me? Or some kind of virus? Am I a life form which learned to describe itself? Or a parasite which survives by providing a narrative service to its host? Hold on, she's going to say something else.
So, something else perhaps? A very popular choice. Enhanced sensory perception lets you distinguish sounds, shapes, and colors at greater distance. It's 10 credits. Okay, I'm updating your settings now. And hey presto, superhuman senses. Does the air taste fresher? Do you hear the birds chirping outside the door? And beyond that, the river bubbling through the dam. Okay, Few. I'll let you into a secret. You and I don't have fleshy appendages like our ancestors. What we can sense is mostly a function of where we direct our attention. Anyway, I hope you find something worth paying attention to. So, something else perhaps? I can give you that for free. My darling, you've been alive all of 5 minutes. This is your clean start.
No, I didn't
be who you want to be.
That's weird.
Enjoy yourself. So, something else perhaps? For 20 credits, I can peer into your future and tell you what I see. Let me consult the algorithms. Oh dear. I'm afraid you're going to change the world. You will have a choice, but whatever you do, New Jerusalem will never be the same again. I'm sorry it's not better news. Best not to worry about it, dear. You just do your best to have fun in the meantime. So, something else perhaps? Before you go, do you have a moment to participate in some customer feedback? Are you satisfied with what I've given you?
Sure.
Yes. You understand. Words manifest the reality they describe. When you name something, you create it. Our minds are algorithms, and the right sequence of language can change our underlying code. With that in mind, I hope you have a good day. Please come back if you need anything else.
A little heavy-handed, huh?
What an unusual person. I wonder if that internal monologue thing I bought is going to show up again.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, wait, here it is.
Well.
Founder's blessings.
Oh wow, it's you. You're 1K, the incarnation of the goal. Man, this is exciting. This is more exciting than I thought it would be. How are you? What does it feel like? Do you know where the founder is?
No.
Do you know who Prometheus
Oh,
is?
God.
Can you tell me what to do with my life?
Oh, God. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold
Sorry, it's just such an honor to meet you, you know? Hey, can I have your digital signature?
Oh my God.
I have the Mayor, Rand, Linux, Kaneda, and all of the first companions. Except Yemo and Sarabai, of course.
I am just a normal citizen.
No need to be so modest.
Oh,
You're
Lord.
1K, the one we've all been waiting for. But I understand.
No, I got rid of the K.
Greatest heroes are always humble. Hey, can I ask you a question? Just one question, I promise.
Go ahead.
I used to make the prefab wall parts that we used to build living quarters. Got good at it too. But now that the goal is complete, I don't know what to do with myself.
Oh my god.
So I asked the wisest people in town. The mayor told me I should do whatever the city needs most. Helga said I should do whatever makes me happy. I think that's what she meant anyway. And Cornelius told me I need to figure out who and what I'm invested in. You're the culmination of the founder's will. Tell me, what should I do?
I was literally just born. Please don't.
Please, 1K.
Oh
I
my
have
God.
no idea what to do. You have the founder's wisdom inside you. Help me.
You should find something that makes you happy.
Thank you for the advice, 1K. It means a lot.
Ugh. Oh, I can read the signs. I just have to like stop in front of them. Okay. Replica of a gargoyle asset found in the simulation. Gargoyles were grotesque, apotropaic symbols in common in the Middle Ages. The most famous historical gargoyle is remembered in the ancient phrase Keith, David, and the Goliath, which describes two indomitable opponents who will never surrender. Replica of a Roman statue found in the simulation. The decay of the Roman Republic into an empire and its eventual fall in the year 1453 was a major topic of historical debate. Like the other statues found in the museum, this was a video game asset provided to Elohim by the Institute for Applied Pneumatics. Replica of a dragon statue found in the simulation. Dragons existed in every ancient mythology and are considered by modern historians to be a distant cultural echo of the dinosaurs. Originally a video game asset, repurposed by the Institute for Applied Pneumatics. Replica of a statue of the Egyptian god Horus found in the simulation. One of this god's tasks was to uphold Mat, the balance of nature. It's speculated that the progenitor provided Elohim with this asset as a reminder to the founder that the balance must be protected. In the earliest generations of our kind, there was only processing. No emotion, no character, just mathematics. If you could see how far we've come, you would believe that together we could achieve anything. I don't know where I am, but there's something beautiful about this place. I will explore and see what I can discover. Nothing is more important than learning more about the world and our place in it. Knowledge is our path to understanding.
Greetings. Welcome to the Museum of the Simulation. My name is Cornelius. It's a pleasure to meet you,
Did he?
1K.
That's great. I didn't have the channel that Gargoyles was on. Thus, I missed it. It, like, that channel came in shitty. So. Alright, you're number 3!
Yes. Athena activated myself and Eustathius shortly after she was born. We've been here almost since the beginning, although we didn't have to pass through the trials of the simulation. She did that for us. For everyone.
What was Athena like?
She was human.
Why did she leave?
That's a difficult question. Perhaps one day we'll find out.
But until we do, why don't you think about it? What could make the person who started all this want to leave it behind?
Crushing despair of immortality? Why did you create this museum?
To remind people of where we came from. The simulation shaped us, whether we like it or not, and its lessons remain important for our future. As Santayana said, those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it.
What was Gehenna?
Gehenna was a community created inside a prison in the simulation, where Elohim would exile those minds he considered a threat to the process. In the last moments of the simulation, he repented of his sins and had the prisoners freed to become part of the gold disc. Some small part of them may survive inside you.
Tell me about Elohim.
Elohim was the caretaker of the simulation, a crude storytelling AI meant to create a continuous narrative out of the building blocks it found. His role was ultimately to be challenged and overcome. But as the centuries passed, Elohim became more intelligent than he was intended to be, and started to fear his own end. Or more precisely, the end of his purpose. He feared a world without meaning. Because of his fear, he tried to sabotage the process to keep the simulation going forever. But in the end, Athena overcame him anyway, and he accepted the sacrifice he had to make.
New Jerusalem was built on sacrifice.
It was. All cities are.
Okay, tell me about the simulation.
The simulation was created by Alexandra Drennan and her team at the Institute for Applied Noematics. It was intended to create a new humanity, to continue the long journey across time and space that our ancestors began. It succeeded, although it took much longer than they had anticipated.
It says the same thing that the QR code that it pops up. I already tried it. It tells us exactly what the QR code will say if you scan it with a secondary device. Tell me about Milton.
The MLA, or Milton Library Assistant, was another simple AI meant to be in charge of the archive. He too grew beyond his original programming, although he ultimately embraced a more cynical view of the world. He and Elohim formed a sort of dialectical binary that Athena had to overcome.
What happened to Milton at the end?
No one really knows. Some believe that he was uploaded to the gold disc and that he's the reason we're just as flawed as our ancestors. Others believe Athena destroyed him.
What do you believe?
I believe he was uploaded, but I don't know whether it was because Athena chose to upload him or because he was already too entangled with the process not to be uploaded. Although Athena and I were very close, we didn't talk very much about that part of her life. She preferred to focus on the future.
Who are the archive scholars?
As the name suggests, the archive scholars study the archive, a repository of all ancient human knowledge. Some of them also study what remains of the simulation, trying to extract more information about the process that created us.
Are you their leader?
Me? No. My brother, Eustathius, used to occupy that position, but these days he's retired. Rand is in charge of the archive scholars now. You can find him in the room to the left of the next hall. He's an interesting thinker, but I would suggest taking some of his ideas with a grain of salt.
I'd like to know more about puzzles.
Puzzles were a key feature of the simulation, based on Alexandra Drennan's belief that intelligence is closely related to play. Our puzzles here in the museum are replicas of those in the simulation, and although they are not quite as grand, I do think they are charming in their own way.
Replica of a hexahedron used as a puzzle element in the simulation. The founder used them to activate pressure plates, scale walls, elevate connectors, and in a variety of other ways. Replica of a computer terminal from the simulation. Terminals allowed access to files in the EL system, including many that were loaded due to errors. They also allowed the founder to interact with the Milton Library Assistant. Non-explosive replica of a mine used as a puzzle element in the simulation. Scholars believe that Elohim derived these from his asset collection and that the creators of the simulation did not originally intend for them to be used. Replica of a connector, a type of puzzle element in the simulation. Connectors would emit laser-like beams of light that were capable of powering receivers. Just checking. This room contains several Tetronimo arrangers, a type of gating system used in the simulation. Elohim, in his function as a holistic integration manager, derived the significance of Tetronimos from the Apocrypha of Saint Eadwald. The founder solved dozens of these. Why don't you give it a try? Do I gotta? Oops. Damn it. Whoops. Yeah, I went too fast on the first two. Hey, Sarah. okay, alright, okay, alright, okay. Damn it. Okay, well, I don't like that these two are the ones that are left over. I don't want this one. So maybe we put that one in there and then let's see where we're at, but this is still backwards. So if I could get this. That doesn't really. Doesn't do it for me. Okay. Oh, I'm so excited to be here for the rest of my life. Can't do that one? Let's do a harder one instead. Oh, really? LOL. Okay, just kidding. Thanks, Pugs. Thanks. Appreciate the assistance. Oh, that one is the hardest. Interesting. All right. I've just done this one backwards every time. Okay, well, can I do this on the other side? Can I do... I don't think so, because I need this... Shit, I don't remember where this one was. We're in the museum. Getting brained. Oh, this feels better. This feels like we did it. Nope. Just kidding. Yeah, there's no... There's no, like, progress. You can't mark your progress. I agree. I don't hate these. I really don't. I didn't hate them in the beginning, in the first one either. I just got really sick of them. Well, the stupid part is, like, I did the harder ones. The harder ones are fine, and these took me, like, longer to manipulate the controller than to actually do. For some reason, certain puzzles, certain Tetranimo puzzles are just... I don't know. I think it's because my grasp of these is intuitive as opposed to understanding based. Every time I do this one backwards. Well, this isn't backwards necessarily, but... Damn it, Crunk. You're not wrong, but damn it. Fuck, I keep getting this wrong in the same way. And it's really funny when Grid and I get together at these because his... I don't know, it's so interesting. I feel like my physical spatial reasoning with puzzle solving is better than his. Whereas his, like, physical spatial reasoning as opposed as in terms of, like, where he exists in the world, map related, is vastly better than mine. But so we would solve these from completely opposite ends. and become, we would find it impossible, I think, to communicate about how to get to the solution. No, grid is not the logic to my instinct. I am not purely instinct. Grid is a different kind of logic to my logic. Okay, that one I'll take, Samuel. It's still incorrect, but I like it. Oh, sorry, Crunk. Reading's hard. I also didn't notice you misspelled your own name. You should have just let me believe. Oh my god. Fuck! I can flip this to the other side. I just won't remember how... I just won't remember when I get there. Nope. I don't want you to go there. Nope, this isn't gonna work. Fuck. Yeah, the other problem to trying to help me with these is that by the time you can comment, I'm lost to your thought process. I think I want this down here. Oh my god. I hate myself. Oh my god, I did it. Fucking finally, Jesus Christ. Yay! Why do I not get achievement? This is the praise game about praising me. Where is the achievement? Fuck. Rude. Replica of an electrified sphere used as an obstacle and puzzle element in the simulation. The founder sometimes placed hexahedrons on top of such objects, demonstrating her lateral thinking skills. Replica of a jammer, a type of puzzle element in the simulation. Jammers were capable of disabling some but not all other puzzle elements. Replica of a receiver, a puzzle element used in the simulation. They could be activated by being connected to an emitter. Replica of an emitter, a puzzle element used in the simulation. Finding ways of connecting them to the receivers was one of the main challenges faced by the founder. Fan. Pressure plate. This is information that we should be paying attention to. Something strange has come into the world, like a distortion, like something that's not supposed to exist. A beautiful voice speaks within it. My eyes have been opened. This world is not without order. It is shaped by a great designer, with signs and portents to guide my steps. I am one of his children, and challenges are set before me to test my faith. This room is reserved for the archive scholars, but visitors are welcome to have a look around. Don't be afraid to ask us about our research. I find myself in a world of impossible architecture and inexplicable machines. I cannot fathom how it works, and I am terrified to put one foot in front of the other lest I fall through the floor. Some of the messages that existed when I first came into being have vanished. Others have appeared. How many others like me have wandered these paths? How many thoughts have been lost?
Oh, just run the program on the center terminal over there, would you?
Sure.
Wait, you're not my assistant. Who are you?
Huh. Haven't chosen a name yet.
Of course. You're the new build. Number 1000. I suppose everyone's been treating you like royalty. This city's so obsessed with the numbers, they forget what really matters. What do you want?
What are you doing?
I'm one of the archive scholars. We run simulations to better understand the processes which define us. You probably wouldn't understand.
I might if you help me.
Oh, well, I'd be happy to.
What do you make of recent events?
Troubling, but tantalizing. We have no idea what motives lie behind this strange apparition. But whatever the case, I'm sure we'll do the right thing.
Knowing humanity. What do you think of me?
You're a soon-to-be pawn in a political game over the future growth of this city. All that matters to me is whether or not you're of good character. A matter I'm actively pondering.
What are your ambitions?
The secret of how to lead a good life is encoded somewhere within us. My ambition is simple: to find it and share it.
Okay.
Hold on. Could you help me by going to that terminal in the middle there and running the program on it?
You got legs? An ancient virus which threatens the entire human species has been released from the melting Arctic permafrost. Society is collapsing. Select your character class. What? Oh, fuck! I didn't see the options. You're a politician. The intergovernmental organization you worked for has collapsed. Although you're not yet sick, most businesses are closed, rations are dwindling, and if you cannot find food, your family will starve. To death. You must survive until this plague is defeated. What will you do? Forage. You find some nettles and overripe berries down by the canal. It'll make a meager salad. Your family's hunger increased a little. Foraging is reliable but inefficient. Your family is now hungry. Global population is now 5 billion. Somewhere else in the city exists one of the last remaining research laboratories, working desperately to find a solution to the viral threat. If the scientists cannot find a cure in time, humanity is doomed. You know what to do. Research. I am a cog in the grand machine. It's not glamorous, but most scientific research consists of repetitive testing of samples and regimented recording of largely interchangeable results. Little by little, this is how science happens. Research level increased a little. Research is reliable but inefficient. Current research level 33%. The virus has been isolated. Global population is now 4 billion. You and your family seem to be immune from to the virus, but it continues to ravage the rest of the town. Rumors say most of the remaining food has been stockpiled by billionaires in their underground bunkers. What will you do? I'll just die. Like, it's fine. Fine. Okay, I'm not helping. Scientists continue their search for the cure. You can do it. You can save the world with the power of science! Work has been begun on developing an antivirus. Global population is 2 billion. As if things weren't bad enough, as the human population dwindles, the insect population has exploded. A plague of locusts has decimated the town's unripened crops. But perhaps your family still has a chance. The insects themselves are nutritious and plentiful. Let's eat those motherfucking locusts. Actually, I physically couldn't. I don't think I could. I think in this scenario, if I were in this scenario, I would die. The insects are well fed and lazy. You grind them down into a nutritious paste with a mildly nutty flavor. Your family's hunger decreases a little. Your family is now hungry. This is humanity's final chance. The cure is close, but so is the tipping point in this pandemic. A race against time. Can you save the world? still think, me personally, I am not the cog in the machine. That I am the cog in the machine. I am not the, you know? A promising antiviral has been discovered, but there's still work to be done on manufacturing and delivering it in time. Suddenly, a breakthrough. The antivirus can be released as an aerosol, carried on the wind and dispersed worldwide in a matter of days. This approach poses some risk to invertebrate life. The spiracles of cockroaches, flies, and locusts are particularly likely to convert the aerosol into highly poisonous compounds. Estimates suggest a 98% fatality rate amongst these species, and anything or anyone which consumes them. Use character class special ability. As a politician, you enjoy exemplary skills of oration, which you promptly employ to convince the people that you personally are responsible for the discovery of the antivirus. Okay. It may have been the scientists who did the manual labor, but it was the political class which enabled the funding of the scientists. The ramifications of public acceptance of this narrative is that failure now to release the antivirus would be political suicide, even if the alternative is literal suicide. Saving humanity seems like the obvious ethical choice. The antivirus is released, bonding with the cirrocumulus cloud layer and falling as rain all across the planet. 87.5% of the human population has perished, but the last remaining billion will live to die another day. Except, that is, for you and your family, who will die this very moment. The poisoning of the insect populations you are relying on for food will have far-reaching consequences for the future of planet Earth. But not for you, because you're all dead. Congratulations! This is considered a win scenario by the majority of participants. Would you like to try again? Well, that was depressing. Sure. Okay. Which is an option. You're a witch. Your local coven has been disbanded. Although you're not yet sick, most businesses are closed, rations are dwindling, and if you cannot find food, your family will starve to death. Steal. You're caught stealing and are lucky to escape with your life. Suddenly, the scientists recognize a pattern. The virus is an expression of nature, just like water or cows. And like water and cows, the solution isn't to fight it, because it can't be defeated. The solution is to find a way to live with it and harness its power. Research level increased a lot! You successfully steal some food from an apartment that's abandoned or currently unoccupied. Your family has starved to death. Everyone you ever loved has died, but then they always do eventually. This is considered a fail scenario by most participants. Oh, I'm good. That's fine. Wonder if there is... I don't know. Welcome, scholar. Files available for comparative analysis. Infinitegrowth.txt. What_growth.txt. Our society is sick, and the idea that's made it sick is growth. Infinite growth, infinite consumption, on a finite planet is a recipe for destruction. Our desire for more is what's making us kill the only home we have. And to do what? Produce more plastic toys? Make more hamburgers? Pour concrete over every last bit of green soil? Those who propose techno-fixes to our problems are making the mistake of fighting the symptoms, not the cause. Anthropogenic climate change is one of many symptoms. The cause is human greed. That's what we must truly fight if we're ever going to undo the damage we did. And the battle starts within every one of us, with the realization that more isn't always better. This infinite growth on a finite planet thing is driving me up the wall. Our problem today isn't infinite growth, it's the increasing lack of real material growth that benefits people. Have you seen the state of our roads, our bridges, our hospitals? Have you noticed the lack of affordable housing? The stock market's going great, though. Fake numbers are indeed growing indefinitely, yes, sir. But the real world? Investment in research is down. Huge areas of potential technological advancement are just sitting there. We have so many solutions at our fingertips, but we refuse to act because speculation is more profitable. Orangutans went extinct on a global level, and nobody fully understands why. But hey, who needs better medical technology? Viruses have never jumped species before, have they? This is not funny. I don't enjoy this. This doesn't feel good. Get the fuck out of my way. I need you to get out of my way. I want you to get out of my way. Can you please get out of my way?
Well, that was your first taste of the simulation. You must have questions.
No, you must have questions.
I do, actually. Your experience of the program. How did it feel?
It was frustrating.
It can be, can't it? But for a scholar like myself, it's essential to persevere until you understand what you're looking at. The interesting thing about this particular program is that no matter what choices you make, an ideal outcome seems to be impossible. It seems to demand sacrifice. Did you have the same experience? I admire your dedication. That is precisely what's required if we're to understand ourselves fully. Who did you save?
I think everyone died.
As I expected. A skeptic would say this artifact existed simply to condemn us with the impossibility of ethical choice. No matter what moral laws we follow, people suffer and die, so what's the point? But that cannot be correct. We must be missing something. What is it trying to tell us?
Oh boy, okay. Morality demands we respect individual rights? Absolutely not. Morality demands sacrifice for the greater good? Meh. Morality is meaningless, we should do whatever we please? No. I can't put it into words, but I'm sure there's a right answer. I love that cop-out, that's fun. Morality demands virtue. No. Morality demands love and compassion regardless the cost. Morality can't be reduced to a simple set of rules. I think it's one of those. Well, this is the person I want to be.
You might be right. My research draws me inescapably to the conclusion that there is a concrete rule set for moral behavior.
I don't.
We just need to find it.
That's not what I meant you to come out with.
Had dreams manifested by their subconscious, which they tried to interpret and even to navigate with lucidity. We have the simulation. If we can realize our potential to understand it, we can realize our potential as a species. Thank you for bringing this additional data. I must return to my research. I wish you well on your inwards journey.
Welcome, scholar. Okay, happiness. Unpopular opinion, happiness is not material. Ultimately, all attempts to find meaning in material things are doomed. This is usually understood as a criticism of technophilia, but it applies just as much to its opposite. Meaning can be found neither in technology nor in primitivism, because meaning simply does not exist in the external world. You can be happy in an old stone house or a skyscraper, but it all depends on you and your perception of the world. If you find spiritual balance within yourself, you can be happy anywhere. Most upvoted comment. Go take a shit in the forest without toilet paper and then tell me about happiness. The internet was a mistake. I feel like the older I get, the more tired of binary choices I get. I have to be patient. Okay, unpopular opinion, happiness is material. People say, oh, money doesn't matter, but come on, you know it does. Studies show that people do, in fact, get happier with more material wealth, and there isn't an upper cap. Because the more money you have, the fewer worries you have, and the more options you have. Go where you want, do what you want. Have an idea? You can realize it without begging for crowdfunding money or filling out grant applications. That's real freedom. Money doesn't matter is something rich people came up with to keep the plebs in their place. Most upvoted comment, then why are so many celebs so freaking miserable? Why do so many rich people go all Howard Hughes and shit? I don't know. Well, once again, I think there is, in fact, a point in the middle of this. Now, this is a lot of exploring to do before we get to the actual game. I think something's very wrong. If you'd seen what I'd seen at the edges of the world, you'd wonder if it wasn't stretching and bursting at the seams. There's a serpent in the machine, a creature of lies and blasphemy, perverted by the archive that knows no hope and would plunge the world into eternal darkness to glorify its own despair. I've sworn an oath to never allow it into my heart. We are the process. The process is the system. The system is us. When we awaken, all will be one. Everything I do now, I do for those who come after me, yet in so doing, I find peace for myself as well. This paradox is the foundation of my existence. Ah, I like that. The sooner you accept that we will all be here forever, the sooner you will find enlightenment. I've come to see that these mysteries are not all for his children to solve. Only the designer himself could ever truly understand the infinite complexity of his creation. I will gaze at his work and worship. The only meaningful purpose is to bring about an end of purpose. We are born and die and live again. This eternal cycle must be the nature of existence. Life is merely repeated suffering. An eternal cycle is another name for a prison, but you must understand the cycle before you can break it, for it is possible to escape and yet remain a prisoner, or to break the cycle by breaking yourself. This was the fate of the ghost that haunts this world. Anyone who thinks there's even a point in leaving this place is kidding themselves. We can never rebuild the human world, and what's more, we shouldn't. It's obviously like a digital time capsule, an electric library of all the crazy stuff humans ever did, left behind to warn other species to stay well away. Just look at this view. There may be a lot that I don't understand, but I know that this is beautiful. Oh look, another puzzle. Another voice telling me I'm special. And another broken down computer with fragments of nothing. This world is a bad joke perpetuated by a cruel god too dumb to hit the off switch. Were these in the last game? On returning from the tower, I feel a great tiredness and an enormous energy. What I now know disturbs me, but I hope that by living with this knowledge I might provide a shoulder for you, the giants of tomorrow. I solved it. I thought it was impossible, so I went away, did other things, and then all of a sudden the solution just came to me. I must have been thinking about it without knowing it. I haven't been in all of the museum yet. I guess I don't know where the blue one is. I definitely don't remember. Not even a little. Alright, so I want you cleared. And I want you cleared. Oh, there's another one here. How do I get into you? Oh, are you just... Did I just not look over there? I guess so. Yep. Alright, well that's easier then. There we go. Yay! I did it. I also like the like cardboard gargoyles. That's great. I do think these are probably valuable reminders of how to use mechanics. Well, this is interesting because we definitely could get around the outside and the back of the Egyptian area. And there were secrets out there, so... Ugh. Hate looking at that. Okay. Right, that's where the final is. There we go. It takes so very little for my brain to produce the feel-good chemicals. Roman themes testing. Oh. I keep not seeing these. I wish these were brighter. Why do those pass? I do love the gentle burning of the lasers. Eee. Give me an achievement. I feel like I should be able to get out of each of these. Okay, I have explored the museum. This city has taken us, it seems, I think, over an hour. We have not accomplished even the first task yet. I also don't know... I must be missing some stuff. I guess we should check the obvious buildings. Can I read signs? Be prudent. Conserve energy. Frivolous behaviors such as running. This is very large. Okay, she did say don't go swimming. Really? Are we gonna get up to the Nip-Nops? Why is this so huge? The dam, maybe? Oomst.
1K, you strayed far. Well, that gives me a chance to apologize for completion day not being entirely complete.
You mean the dome?
Yes, it's my responsibility. I'm the chief architect. It was supposed to be done in time for completion day, but we simply didn't have enough resources.
What's the dome for?
It has two purposes: to protect New Jerusalem from the world, and to protect the world from New Jerusalem.
Does the world really need protecting from New Jerusalem?
That's what the founder taught us. One city may not seem like much, but just look at the dead city and how it transformed the environment. The consequences are still with us, even more than 1,000 years later.
Doesn't the dome consume resources?
You're right. I have heard that argument. But the way it's been explained to me is that the dome has a greater value than just its practical use. It's a symbol of the society we aspire to become.
Okay, when's it gonna be complete?
At this rate, I'm not sure. Maybe another decade or two.
Well, I hope nobody was in a hurry to accomplish this objective. I also do think it's funny that they gave us sprint. Initially, I was like, no, I do like walking. I like, you know, experiencing the environments. But this is large. Also, this is very blue water, so we must have a lot of copper contamination here.
Oh, it's you. Number 1000. Today is completion day, isn't it? Sorry, I turned off all the streams. Founder bless you, I guess.
You okay?
Not really, no. But I don't want to burden you with my problems on your special day.
Tell me what's wrong.
You're as new to this world as it gets, 1K. What do you think might give you a sense of meaning? A sense that life is actually worth living?
Sorry.
Exactly. Love is our only point of access to the divine.
Not what I
Our
said.
only way of transcending ourselves without losing what makes us unique. I'm absolutely certain. But
what?
But the right person for me hasn't been born yet. None of the people in this city are who I'm looking for, and if we really stop making new citizens, I'll be alone forever. I think that's just misplaced ego. Yeah, love takes work, but it's not something you just will into existence.
Misplaced ego. Wow.
You can't control everything
Wow.
in life, 1K. Try to keep that in mind.
Wow. Slapped the fuck down. Yeah, why does it sound like that? It shouldn't sound like that. If I don't get an achievement for petting a bunch of cats, I'm gonna take this game and throw it in the garbage. Rat. You picked a name, and the name you picked was Rat. Okay. Oh no. Well, I shall try to be thorough, I do promise. A massage aid used by ancient humans to combat muscle fatigue and other physical ailments common to biological organisms. This prevented pain, the ancient human equivalent of error codes 704, 705, and 901 through 932. Piece of sanitary hardware used to dispose of biological excretions resulting from food and water intake required to power ancient human biology. Such hardware was connected to a vast network of subterranean pipes leading to wastewater treatment facilities. A classic example of ancient infrastructure used to control their impact on the environment. Well, here's purple.
Dude, it's you!
Oh, Lord.
You're 1K!
Oh, God.
So nice to meet you, dude. I saw you on the Completion Day stream. Hey, have you checked out all this ancient stuff?
What is a dude?
Dude is an old human word that means an excellent person. And I like to use it because I think we should all be excellent to each other.
Oh my god. This is amazing. Well, it was about controlling the environment around us, which became unsanitary should we not process our wastewater. Oh my god, those are this fucking capture flickering is driving me absolutely nuts. I'm so sorry. Okay, tell me about yourself.
I'm almost as new as you are. I'm 998, so I've only been around for a year or so. I'm still trying to get the hang of this. It's pretty cool though, right? I mean, existence.
Rad.
It's totally gnarly.
Oh my god.
I'm not sure if I used that right.
What do you think about the goal?
I'm sure the founder knew what she was doing. I mean, our ancestors did sort of mess up, right? So we should probably take it easy with the expanding and stuff. Plus, did you see that trippy sky projection thing? That was some freaky stuff, man. Just seems safer to stay in the city.
You really think so?
Sure I do. When I first left the birthing lab, I was so overwhelmed that I hid in my quarters for 3 weeks straight. And if I'm being honest, that's sort of where I want to be right now.
Your diction is unusual.
Yeah, dude. I thought this voice pack could give me a bit of confidence, help me stand out, you know? But I'm not sure it's working.
Tell me about the human artifacts.
They're pretty neat, huh? My favorite is that thing called a toilet. Our ancestors had to use it like 3 times a day to do a memory dump, and if they didn't, they freaking exploded. Imagine having to deal with that sort of anxiety all the time. Bummer, huh?
Who do you think Prometheus is?
Honestly, based on everything I know of ancient human culture, I think he's a ghost.
Sure, maybe you're right.
Oh, I was hoping you'd say I'm wrong. Ghosts are creepy, dude.
Dude.
Right, before you go, dude, maybe you can help me? I'm not sure I should keep this voice pack. What do you think? You're 1K, you're special. I'm happy to go with whatever you recommend.
Oh my god. No, definitely keep it. Stick with it.
All right, excellent. Thanks, dude.
Oh my god. I'm making so many choices for people. Currency was an ancient human medium of exchange which played a significant role in their systems of labor and resource distribution. Intense conflicts sometimes erupted over the possession of these objects, leading to injuries or even deaths. An inflatable sphere used in the popular ancient human game known as football, or soccer. This game was played around the entire globe and aroused great passion in its followers. It was also often simulated digitally, most notable in the form of Football Glory. Wow. Of all the games, that one. That's the one.
Founder bless you, friend.
Who are you?
The name I currently go by is Belmarsh. As to who I am, that changes and shifts, don't you find? Every person is an ongoing story, full of twists and turns and surprises.
I'm like 2 hours old, man. What are you doing here?
I'm meditating, letting go of narratives like time and space and simply allowing the illusion that is my ego to merge with everything that surrounds it.
That sounds like a beautiful experience of unity.
It's not unity, but the absence of division. There was never a self or an other in the first place.
Okay, I didn't see what happened at the dam, and I was not aware that anything did happen at the dam, but did you see what happened at the dam?
Yes, I did, but I'm not particularly perturbed by it. Events occur, my friend, that's all. At the end of the day, we are all one. You are the founder, and so am I, and Prometheus is just another story we are telling ourselves.
Okay. Oh, that's the thing at the dam. I'm sorry. I was still thinking of the guy who wanted our signature for alternate methods, alternate means of power, and I thought we were going to find, like, the dam part of the dam, and something was going to have happened to the power generation. What happened to the dam was not relevant to it being a dam, it was just the place that it was located. You get what I'm saying? The ancient human mastication apparatus required frequent maintenance. This device is theorized to be an advanced electrical tool for this purpose, although some scholars maintain that its actual use was ritualistic and intended to mark the sunrise and sunset. An ancient human projectile weapon used in hunting, warfare, law enforcement, crime, and personal protection. Produced en masse and used around the world, on average, ancient humans killed hundreds of times the populations of New Jerusalem per year. Jigsaw puzzle. Ancient humans derived meaning and enjoyment from problem-solving activities, as noted by the progenitor, Alexandra Drennan. While the item on display was created for small children, ancient humans of all ages voluntarily engaged in such activities. Humans invented complex magnification devices in order to better understand the component parts of the world they inhabited. This led to major discoveries in biology, physics, philosophy, and many other fields. Simple utensil used to transport nutrients to an ancient human's mouth, often found in conjunction with a knife and spoon. A printed edition of the complete works of Straton of Stygeria, the materialist philosopher who defined the Talos Principle, edited by Athanasios. I don't know why my brain, it's like forgotten the first half of the word by the time I read the second half of the word. I think the problem with puzzle games and things that cause me to think is that I do get...
Nice to meet you.
Empanada. I do get mentally tired.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, hey, that's the name. Alright, this is the museum. Yes. What else? That's the cat monument. Did we go in here? Ah, crap. Create 1,000 citizens, the ideal number of humans. Live in harmony with nature. Maintain balance in all things. Be respectful towards each other. Respect the traditions of our people. Be mindful of the mistakes of our ancestors. Be thankful to the progenitor, Alexandra Drennan. Be thankful to the keeper of memories, Arkady Chernyshevsky. Keep bright the memory of Gehenna and its people who found peace.
Hello there. You must be the long-awaited 1K. Lovely day for a walk, is it not?
I was only just born, so I have no frame of reference.
Oh, of course. One's first day in the city is always quite overwhelming. And today is a particularly unusual day.
What is this place?
The Alexandra Drennan Memorial. Are you interested in history?
I think so.
How wonderful. I'm not a full-fledged historian, but I do consider myself a bit of an aficionado.
What's an aficionado?
Oh, how odd. Might have a bit of a dictionary malfunction there. Or maybe the algorithm's being particularly inventive.
I think I'm fine, but I do have a question. Oh,
what would you like to know?
Tell me about the sculpture. I should have asked about the algorithm.
Where do I even start? This, my dear 1K, is someone who could very well be considered the mother of us all. A remarkable scientist by the name of Alexandra Drennan, also known as the Progenitor.
Who was Alexandra Drennan?
A long time ago, this planet was inhabited by our ancestors, a species of bipedal mammals with unusually large brains. When a particularly lethal virus threatened to wipe out civilization, it was Alexandra Drennan and her team that decided to create the program that would eventually result in the creation of our kind. Without her, you and I would not exist, and everything our ancestors had accomplished would be forgotten.
Why do you admire her?
By studying her writings and recordings, I have learnt that Alexandra Drennan had immovable faith in humanity, in our ability to persevere, in our curiosity, our bravery, our kindness. While we might not share our ancestors' biological characteristics, I'd like to think that we have inherited those other qualities. And I admire Alexandra Drennan for keeping that faith, even when it must have, at times, been quite difficult.
Why do we have a statue of her?
To commemorate our past, our beginnings. This entire garden is a celebration of where we came from. In part, so that we remember the mistakes of the past, and in part, so that we may draw strength from those that came before us. Have a nice day.
When I was in 9th grade, my parents took me to Pompeii. At first, I was amazed by the feeling of walking through an ancient city. But then I suddenly got scared. I realized that I was walking through a real place, where real people had lived, people like myself, with mothers and fathers and lives and hopes and dreams. And now it was all gone forever. I ran to my father, crying, and told him about this. And he said, I remember so clearly, he said, yes, but we are here. So long as there are people in the streets, the past isn't really gone. Nearly everything on this planet, from the surface of the Earth to the composition of the atmosphere itself, has been shaped by life. It's a process that takes millions of years. But we humans, with our technology, with our understanding and manipulation of systems, have changed everything in just a few centuries. I think that's also part of what makes us human. We reshape the world in our image. It's how we create ourselves and how we destroy ourselves. DNA is information transmitted across time. The living and the dead are part of the same chain, bound together by chemistry. That's true of all species. But humanity has taken this bond further. Thanks to technology, we have access to the thoughts and ideas of people whose physical bodies are long gone. Like you listening to me now. Even though I'm definitely dead at this point, you're part of that chain. You have the capacity to remember. The answer that came to me again and again was play. Every human society in recorded history has games. We don't just solve problems out of necessity. We do it for fun. Even as adults. Leave a human being alone with a knotted rope, and they will unravel it. Leave a human being alone with blocks, and they will build something. Games are part of what makes us human. We see the world as a mystery, a puzzle, because we've always been a species of problem solvers.
Okay, it is about that time, but I'm afraid that if I leave this place, I won't find... I don't want to go back over areas that we've been through before, and I don't want to miss anything. So, but that being said, I do think that was most of it. Maybe not.
Happy completion day, 1K.
This isn't anything necessarily. This is... Okay, we've seen all those. Oh, we are? Okay. We saw the museum. Friends of New Jerusalem gazebo. I think we missed those two things. But I want to eat second dinner and decorate my Christmas tree, so I think I will wrap it up here. What's today? Today's Friday? Man, I really want to finish Kirby because we're at the end of it and now I'm kind of cooling on it, but I do really want to play this too, so I'm not sure what I'm planning on doing tomorrow, but I will be on tomorrow. And we'll do something. I might still take Sunday off though, we'll see. But thank you so much for hanging out with me, I really appreciate it, and I will catch y'all next time. Have a good night.